This is Johannesburg, the bustling economic hub of South Africa. It is also a city facing one economic crisis after another, including the soaring unemployment rate, whose latest statistics leave 34.6% of South Africans unemployed and 45% of young South Africans unemployed. In a city lacking in job opportunities, how do Joburgers continue to put bread on the table? Data from the Gauteng City Region Observatory suggests that as opportunities become more scarce, for example during the COVID-19 pandemic, an increasing amount of Gauteng residents are taking a DIY approach to employment and becoming entrepreneurs. One such entrepreneur is Louis Botha, who sells coffee outside of the primary school Jan Celia.
I'm Louis Botha. I've run the mobile unit of River Cup. We've been doing it for 2 years. It started off all from a braai just after COVID, and meeting the parents wanting to have coffee in the mornings. And the tuck shop wasn't really the answer because they didn't have great coffee, but also so that the parents can relax and chat with each other and not be on the school premises and stuff. So we set up this, and it's been going very well.
While some entrepreneurs find a gap in the Joburg market, others, like pet-sitting entrepreneur Caitlin, find themselves without other options.
Yeah, it was actually my matric year and unfortunately I got really ill and I got sick with lots of health issues, and it actually prevented me from studying, and I became really depressed it was a nightmare. Long story short, it was like 1 million doctors, 2 years to get a diagnosis. I was basically bedbound at a point. And because this prevented me from studying, I thought, I needed to do something to give me some kind of purpose and passion to get up every day and carry on. That's where I thought, well, let me work with animals, because I grew up my whole life with 1 million animals. My mom's very into the animal rescue world, so we always had rescue pets, and through my struggles with my health and everything, animals were just the best therapy in the world for me. So I started the pet sitting agency because I saw a bit of a gap in the market as well, where when we went away, it was always very tough finding people to look after our pets. Not just anyone, people who actually truly cared and were there and made put the pets' needs first. So that's where I decided to, make the focus that. I own the business with my mother. We actually both started different sectors of the business separately, and then we joined them together. So I started the pets and house sitting agency back in 2015, and my mother started the mobile dog grooming business, which must have been about 12 years ago. And then in 2017, we combined them together. So yeah, KTK's overall is a pet brand.
Entrepreneurship is a broad category, and it cannot be forgotten that Johannesburg is home to one of the most substantial and vibrant informal sectors in the world. One of these informal entrepreneurs is Sakile, who sells fruit at this intersection in Linden.
My name is Sakile. Excellent fruit, yes, nice fresh fruits. And since 2000 I've been selling the fruit. I've been 23 years this year.
I just get
Nice and fresh. Thanks for your support.
Thank you so much.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Sometimes, business sometimes is good, sometimes it's bad. I want to, if I can make me a big shop, fruit and veg shops, so I'll be happy. Yeah.
Sakile's ambitions of being a successful entrepreneur are shared by students of Wits University, 3 of which are starting an enterprise of their own, an investment firm with the name SKH Capital.
No, you should start.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. So my name is Rain Structor. I study corporate finance and investment.
My name is Liam Karofsky. I'm in 4th year LLB.
I'm Michael Haysalman. I'm currently studying 2nd year civil engineering. And also the trio of SKH.
Broadly speaking, it's going to be a boutique investment management firm, and each one of us are going to be focusing on the 3 separate areas. So the first one being real estate, the second one being more along the lines of quantitative trading, and then mine is like long-term equity investments. So we're looking to raise $1 billion. But we have spoken about initial financial goals, and honestly, I mean, the real answer would probably be we're not sure yet. We don't really know what it's like to operate a business in Johannesburg, in South Africa. We don't know
how it is to operate a business anywhere.
Exactly.
You know, but I think, you know, even just this, even us sort of bringing our skills together and starting this is a goal achieved.
But in terms of like non-financial goals, I think it would be very cool for us, you know, just to navigate this and to have the ability to start over as many times as it takes until we reach the end goal where we do meet our financial and monetary goals.
Johannesburg is a special city, which comes with its own unique challenges for entrepreneurs.
People these days are wanting to go away because they're not so happy here. You know, we've got a lot of people who are immigrating and need help with their pets before they go. In that space, we've been very busy. On the grooming side, it's been a lot more tough because obviously there's a lot of challenges. We need electricity, water, working around load shedding schedules, and all of that is really, really tough. But I think we've just had to adapt. My mum handles more of the operations side, so I take my hat off to her because she's always navigating cancellations because of load shedding, water, you know, unexpected power outages.
In terms of a setup like this, there is a certificate of acceptance that you got to get from Joburg. A lot of the festivals, they also have guys coming around from the health department as well as the fire hazards. But fortunately, we don't have that. We don't have any gas or anything like that. And you gotta take cognizance of where you set it up. I did go to council beforehand, not necessarily here, but to set up similar type of thing on the routes for the people when they're sitting in traffic and stuff. And they wouldn't allow, especially in the Sandton area. So I had to go and check, and then they just promptly said no, because you're going to interrupt traffic, or it's the risk of somebody running around in between the cars. But I'm sure if you approach it with the right person, it might still work. You got to approach the right places and make sure you do the right things and show them, because I did get the approval on the trailer. I had to go and show it to them so that they can be comfortable with what you have produced and that it is clean and kept clean. Our main challenge was power with the load shedding and so on. It's much better. I must say, we started off before the school had a proper generator. So nowadays we don't have a much problem here, but with the markets we do. We constantly have to keep an eye on the Eskom's schedules.
Being based in Johannesburg won't be too much of an issue.
You know, we're starting a business in Joburg, but I think sort of the operations, there are ways of investing to hedge against rand depreciation. But I mean, in terms of real estate, it would all be local to begin with. I mean, there are inherent risks with that. So the Joburg CBD is an area of focus for real estate for us, but obviously it does come with a lot of risk. We've seen recently with that fire, the explosion in the street, crime, delinquent tenants.
Liam, Michael and I all love South Africa, and like we want to be here long term. Even it's like regardless of where you are, there are always risks of varying degrees and different types. So
the biggest challenge. My biggest challenge is because I don't have any support these days, and business is too quiet these days. So I want to quit too. So I don't have chance to make another business. So that's my biggest challenge, because there's no business anymore now. Some people, they're not working because of Corona. So business is very quiet now.
Facing load shedding, rand depreciation, and a lack of clientele, what is it that continues to drive Joburg residents to pursue a career as an entrepreneur?
I think, to be honest, I don't know if things would have actually looked different for me if my health was different. I might have gone to study and then work for someone else, I'm not sure. But this business just worked out, and I must say I do love working for myself.
You sort of get programmed by the older generation, and even in varsity too, you've got to work somewhere, or you've got to work for a firm, or you've got to move into the corporate world. But I think all three of us enjoy the idea of not doing that.
I genuinely think the potential that the three of us have and our ideas, especially when put together into one space, is quite large. So that's
Large and in charge.